Hey, Denise here, and this is Ask Denise. Today I'm going to show you some great ways, actually next video too, of how to improve your balance in single leg stance poses. So when you're standing on one leg, how can you get stronger and improve your balance? So I've got some really good ideas for you. So first thing is, you will be astonished at how much working on your feet with a little ball like this, and not a hard ball. I like this kind of grippy ball. It really grabs the tissue of my foot. So I recommend regaining your full foot splay, toe splay, strength of your toes. All of these actions are super important. Shearing the arch of my foot. Even if you have beautiful foot function and you're super strong and good arches, if you do this before you practice your standing balancing poses, you're going to be able to stay in the pose for a lot longer. You'll find that your balance will be so much better because you've woken up your foot proprioceptors and they're able to provide lots of information to your nervous system, and that's going to make a big difference in your standing balance. Next thing I would recommend highly is work with toe or heel raises rather. So this is where I'm organizing my great toe straight ahead. My heels are just subtly wider. My knees are unlocked and I'm grabbing this block. It feels like I'm grabbing it with my calf muscles actually. So I want my toes to be able to spread, root them down, and then I shift the body weight into my forefoot and lift up through my heels. So you can do repetitions if you want, as many as you want, I don't know, 10, 15, as many as you want. And then you can go into some isometric holding like this, where you don't move and you just grip the block and stand up straight. And that's going to really increase your arch strength, which you're going to need in your standing balance pose. Then you're going to work with short foot. So this is a really important foot to core connection that Emily Splickle talks about. If you don't follow Dr. Emily Splickle, I highly recommend her. You're going to root down into your great toe and all your toes as though there's something valuable under your toes and somebody wants to pull it out, okay? So you're rooting down. You can see how I'm energizing the arch of my foot by doing that. So it's lifted, and that's where I'm going to start. So I feel into my foot, and then I energize the inseam of my leg. So this is part of my deep front line. I'm taking that activation of my inner seam of my leg, pulling it up through my pelvic floor, connecting that into my core. So I do that. I take the time to do that before every single leg stance. I root down, energize up the inseam of my leg to my pelvic floor, and don't stop there. I keep going up my deep front line. So that is a really important practice to establish. Don't rush into your single leg stance. Make sure you make that foot to core connection first. And then I would recommend doing single leg touchdowns. So I love these practices. They're super strengthening. You may not be able to do it in the middle of a yoga class, but you don't need any equipment to do it at all. So here's a bent knee touchdown. See, I'm going all the way to the ground and then I'm coming back up. When I do this, I'm using my short foot and I'm energizing my knee to the outside, which is, dialing that energy out. So that is my practice here. And then I can go into straight leg touchdowns. So basically what we're doing here are single leg squats and single leg deadlift, which are highly, highly respected exercises in the training world, in resistance training, powerlifting, and CrossFit, and all of those. Those are very, very important skills to develop in your body, and this will really make a difference in your single leg standing balances. And then here's my last favorite, is this little single leg squat here. So you can put your hands on your hips. I'm putting my heel on the block, and now with my standing leg, I have to be strict with myself. I don't want to do this foot turnout thing. That is not allowed. I'm keeping my foot straight ahead, rooting down into all my toes, and then I'm going to squat. Now, what I'd like to do here is keep as little weight as possible on this block. So very, very little weight, okay, guys? You should be able to easily lift that heel off of the block. So you're just kind of keeping it there as a marker. I'm focused on my standing leg. And then you can go get really excited and then start jumping over the block like this. This is all going to really strengthen that standing leg. So, you know, standing balancing has to do a lot with strength, but also with setup and position, activation, and then strength. So I'm going to show you in the next video a little bit more about proprioception and how that plays into it too, but I've just given you something to practice. So go away and let me hear how it goes, all right? I know this is going to improve your standing balance. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. Bye for now.